Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Real Sports Live coming to you from San Marcos. We're bringing you the Class 2A Region 4 semifinals between the Santa Maria Cougars and the Normangee Panthers. This is the second game of a doubleheader here at the regional tournament at San Marcos High School. The winner of this game is going to take on San Saba, who defeated Weimar on a buzzer beater tomorrow afternoon here in the finals. But we still got one more game to go between the Santa Maria Cougars, who come in with an overall record of 22-13 and a district record of 6-2, the runner-up in District 32 2A, taking on the district champion of District 26 2A, the Normangee Panthers, coming in with an overall record of 27-5. The Panthers coming in fresh off a victory over Port Aransas on Tuesday night in the Class 2A regional quarterfinals over there at Texas A&M University Kingsville. But here we are. The Normangee Panthers, coached by Clayton Todd, while the Santa Maria Cougars, coached by Albert Briones. The Santa Maria Cougars back at the regional tournament for the first time since the 2013-14 season. That was the season the Cougars fell to snook in the Class 2A regional semifinals. I fell short of that here, so the Panthers seeking to break through to the regional finals. And here we go. We're going to have Bernie Castellanos jumping against Isaiah Jones, the 6'3" sophomore out of Normangee, versus Castellano, the junior forward for Santa Maria. Normangee handles the opening tip, and we're going to have a three here by Ryan Young. He misses. Rebound by Santa Maria. Here come the Cougars. Controlling the ball is Giovanni Diaz, who had a big game in the regional quarterfinals. 10 points helped pace the Cougars to a comeback victory. So the Cougars coming in riding a lot of momentum, have had a good playoff season. Opened the game Tuesday night trailing 13-4, but came storming back and took over the game against Port Aransas. Good ball movement here by Santa Maria early. Here's Castellanos. He shoots, misses, going to be out of bounds on, they're going to say last touched by Normangee. So Cougars going to inbounds. They go underneath Castellanos, and Castellanos goes up, misses, and they're going to call a foul. It's going to go against, looks like they're going to call that one against Nathaniel Rodriguez, his first of the game for the Cougars. And to the hoop, there's a miss by Denton Young. The Panthers bring the ball the other way, and the ball thrown away by the Cougars. So neither team has hit from the floor. Nearly a minute and a half gone here in the first quarter. Here's Young looking for somewhere to go with it. Here's a dish out. That's Luke Yellett, He misses a three. Coming back the other way are the Panthers, and neither team has hit from the field yet. Gonna get to the 6-minute mark of the first quarter, and still in a scoreless game. Pretty good defense being played here early on. There's Castellano. He fakes, he drives, and he loses it. Coming the other way. That was Ryan Young trying to dish it underneath, but there's a turnover. And here's a missed three by Andrew Morales. Rebound, still scoreless. Coming up on 5.5 to play. And here's Ryan Young, short jumper missed, rebound Castellanos. Both teams coming out struggling from the field. And we're nearly 3 minutes into the game and still scoreless. Here's a pass up ahead to Nathaniel Rodriguez. He misses a layup. And here we come back the other way. The Panthers going to bring the ball up slow. Somebody tries to find a rhythm in this game early on. They go underneath to Brady Harris, and Harris breaks the scoreless tie as Normangee gets on the board first. 6-foot senior post getting the Panthers on the board first. Here's Castellano. Castellano goes underneath. He gets the ball nearly ripped from his hands by Harris. So they're going to call the jump ball. The possession arrow going to stay with Santa Maria. Long pass in. Here's Giovanni Diaz. He's going to drive. He gets in the lane. He goes up hard. He gets fouled, but he's going to go to the line. Diaz so instrumental early on. Got a couple of big steals in that early comeback run for the Panthers. For the Cougars on Tuesday night. Got some big steals late. Allowed the Panthers, the Cougars, a lot of cats in this game. Allowed the Cougars to get out and running. But mainly it was their defense, especially in the half court, in the back court, when they just smothered the Port Aransas Marlins, forcing turnovers. Diaz misses both. We're going to have a foul called. That's going to be on Bernie Castellanos. That's going to be his first, the second on the Cougars. So Santa Maria still without a point after Diaz misses both from the charity stripe. Bringing up the ball, Luke Yellett for the Panthers. And Yellett gets in the lane, hard to the rack, scores. Normangee goes up 4-0. Santa Maria looking to get on the board still. More than halfway through the first quarter, the Cougars have yet to hit from the field. Diaz looking for somewhere to go with it. He stops, pivots, gets the ball, throws it away, intended for Christopher Ibarra. Ibarra, the freshman forward, had himself a nice game Tuesday, just couldn't find the handle there. As Nicholas Cho just loses the ball, but it ends up in the backcourt with the Cougars chasing it down. Referee's going to call foul. And that's going to be against Normangee. They're going to call it on Denton Young, his first, second for the game. Pass the ball out to Ortiz. He goes to the top of key. They're going to call a moving screen there on Ibarra. And frustration starting to set in a little bit for these Santa Maria Cougars, who trail 4-0. And scoreless. The Cougars coming out a little bit sluggish after all that energy they spent Tuesday in the regional semifinals. That was an energetic team. That was an energetic performance, but coming out a step slower here tonight. And there's a play made nearly, but nice put back there by Brandon Brooks on the putback after the Panthers nearly lost the ball into the basket there. So they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be on Normangee. They're going to call it on Brady Harris. Nope, Luke Yellett. That's his first. And Yellett comes up with a big steal on the inbound. Yellett brings it up. Yellett spin move. Nice ball handling skills there on the wing. He goes to his pivot foot. He's double teamed. He gets it out deep in the corner. That's Childress. Childress drives, gets it taken away. And we have a tie up. They're going to call the jump ball. And possession arrow is going to stay with Normangee. Childress going to sit down as Ryan Young comes back in the game. Yellett inbounds, and they get the ball into Brooks. Brooks misses, rebound, Santa Maria, and that was Bernie Castellanos. He loses a would-be rebound out of bounds. And just nothing going right for the Cougars here in the early going. Is Normangee trying to add to their 6-point lead. In the paint, that's Denton Young, puts it up. Doesn't get the bounce, doesn't get the roll. Rebound, Santa Maria. The Cougars trailed by as many as 9 in the first quarter. Tuesday night, facing a 6-point deficit here early on. Got through, he gets in the lane, goes hard to the rack. But he's gonna go to the line after being fouled. Looks like it's going to be on Brandon Brooks. He has 2 fouls here in the early going. That's 4 overall on the Panthers. Another missed free throw. That's Matthew Cantu. 3 missed free throws here by the Cougars in the early going. And another misses. Cantu misses them both. Coming back the other way of the Panthers. Jones loses it out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Panthers. I'm going to say last touch by Santa Maria. Yellett inbounds to Jones. He gives it off to Harris. And here's Yellett, gets in the lane. There's the runner. A little too hard off the back iron. Rebound. Castellanos, he's going to be fouled. They're going to call that one on Yellett. And that's his second foul. So 5 fouls here in the early going on Normangee. A couple of their players have 2. And here's a transition 3 by Ibarra. Miss. Rebound. Out of bounds. Referee's going to say off Normangee. Yellett's going to sit down with 2 fouls. He doesn't like that very much. As Childress comes back in for the Panthers. Inbounding for the Cougars, Matthew Cantu. Cougars trying to get something going. Nearly 7 minutes gone. Still no points. Bounce pass. There's Castellanos with the jumper. Misses. Santa Maria still without a shot from the field. And the Panthers' lead is just 6. Cross-court pass to Denton Young. Here's a turnaround jumper by Jones. Miss. Rebound Castellanos. Castellanos coming back the other way. Doesn't have numbers. Goes up hard. Trying to bank it in. And there's Ibarra trying for the putback. 2 misses. Here comes Jones the other way. Has 2 defenders in front of him. Spin move. Gets to the rack. What a move there by Isaiah Jones. And Normangee leads 8-0. And there's a turnover by Diaz. Almost. Ibarra gets it. Sends it to Cantu in the corner. Sends it back out to Morales. Morales goes to the hole, misses. And Morales tried to save it. Was lost out of bounds. They said they're gonna be calling a foul. It looks like that's the 6th already early on. It's the first on Brady Harris, 6 overall for the team. So ball gonna stay with Santa Maria. Diaz, corner 3, puts it in. Santa Maria needs that in a big way. Their first. And here's a late 3 by Brady Harris. And that's how the first quarter is going to end. Santa Maria, one shot make from the field, trailing Normangee 8-3. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be right back.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete. Located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa, sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we're back here from San Marcos High School. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live. Coming to you from the Class 2A Region 4 tournament. We have Normangee leading Santa Maria 8-3. The Cougars just one make from the field on a corner 3 late in the first period by Giovanni Diaz. Other than that, a lot of frustration for the Cougars. They're going to try to get back in this game, just trailing by 5 despite all that. And here's Diaz. Hands off to Morales. Morales goes inside, goes up, puts it off over a defender. Gets the bank in. So a good start for Santa Maria. Cut the lead to 8-5. As bad as that quarter was for Santa Maria, and that's too hard. That's Garrett Duga coming the other way are the Cougars. And there's going to be a foul called on Normangee. It looks like that's going to be called on Ryan Young. There's a little fire on the court as Santa Maria enters the bonus. But as bad as that first quarter was, Santa Maria holding the damage to just 8 points. One shot in the first quarter made, and no free throw makes. That's the 5th missed free throw by Santa Maria in this game. Young passes it out to Denton Young. And Denton Young back out to Ryan Young. Young gets the double team and passes it back out to Denton Young. They go inside to Duga. And Duga gets corralled, and they're going to call a jump ball. And it's going to stay with the Panthers. We're at the 7-minute mark, and there's a timeout on the floor. Panthers lead the Cougars 8-5. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back after this. We're back in San Marcos. Normangee leading Santa Maria 8-5 as the Panthers inbound here. Inbound to Jones. Jones dribbles the baseline, goes up, he's fouled, and he'll go to the line. Looks like there's a lot of early chippiness on the court. A lot of emotion coming into this game. So that's the fourth foul in Santa Maria this half. Isaiah Jones sinks the first one to make it a 9-5 game. 4 fouls on Santa Maria. On the other end, Normangee with 7 fouls as the Cougars are in the bonus as Jones splits the free throws. And back come the Cougars. Mishandled handoff. And here's Young back the other way, nobody in front of him. After that turnover, it's a 6-point game now. Diaz, he drives, he nearly loses the handle, picks it back up, pivots, finds Rolando Agüeros, he misses, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, another miss, and there's a tip in by Castellanos. Santa Maria's struggles continuing, but they're hanging in there, finding a way. As Cantu takes that one right away, and he goes up, he misses everything, rebound. Garrett Duga. Cantu couldn't convert with the steal, drove in, just missed everything on that one. And here's Isaiah Jones. Jones to the hole with the runner, misses, rebound. Here comes Cantu. Cantu gets it tipped away in the backcourt. He comes back up with it. He's going to reset. The Cougars trying to slow things down here. Diaz gets in the lane. Try to get it to Agüeros, but loses it out of bounds. Excuse me, that's Nathaniel Rodriguez who lost it out of bounds. Number 34 for the Cougars. And here's Santa Maria putting the pressure here in the backcourt. We saw some of that against Puerto Aransas. And timeout Clayton Todd for Normangee. So we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. This is Real Sports Live.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford. What is Truck Month? It's when all the trucks are discounted the most, because Hacienda Ford knows whether you're hauling tools to the job site, hauling the kids to practice, or simply hauling ass. Hacienda Ford has the truck for you. With over 300 Ford trucks in stock, you can quit dreaming about the Ford truck you've always wanted and wake up and drive it. Hacienda Ford Truck Month. Hacienda has it.
We're back from San Marcos. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live, coming to you from the Class 2A Region 4 tournament. Second game of the night. Well, for us and at this tournament, we saw Los Fresnos fall to Brandeis a couple of hours ago and made the trip north to San Marcos. Just made it, but here we are watching Santa Maria and Normangee in the regional semifinals. The winner will get San Saba, who won on a buzzer beater a little earlier. And that game will be tomorrow for the regional final. And they go underneath, and that's an easy bucket for Ryan Young. As the lead goes back up to 6. Cantu looking for somewhere to go with it. Here's Andrew Morales. He gives it off. Cantu comes up with it. Cantu gets in the lane, tries to hand it off. They're going to call a travel. Drives and he tried to get it away to Rodriguez, but took one too many steps there. And we're going to have another Santa Maria turnover. And there's a turnover. That's Rodriguez. He fell down. But Diaz comes up with it. Passes it. Cantu from the perimeter. Misses. And up ahead, all alone, is Luke Yellett. As Santa Maria continuing to unravel here in the first half. Here's Ortiz with the runner, banks it home. Cuts the lead back down to 6. Again, the Cougars just trying to stay afloat here, not playing relatively well, but trying to keep the damage to a minimum as there's a miss from beyond the arc for Normangee. And back come the Cougars, trying to cut into this lead a little bit more. Trailed by as many as 8. Here's Diaz, he loses it. Another turnover by Santa Maria. And Normangee doing a good job of keeping the Cougars from penetrating. And here's a 3 by Jones. He misses. Santa Maria comes back the other way. But as bad as things have been for Santa Maria, Normangee just can't pull away as the Cougars still hanging around. Ortiz from the, he's going to dribble, he's going to drive, he shoots, he misses. And Normangee comes up with it, and they're going to call a foul on Santa Maria. That's going to go against Diaz. That's going to be his first, 5th of the game for Santa Maria. Coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first half. Pass intended for Jones, picked away by Castellanos. It goes out of bounds, going to stay with Normangee. Young loses it, and here's Diaz in the open court. Nobody in front of him. Easy bucket for Diaz. And we saw a little bit of that against Aranza's pass. That's how somebody got back into the game. Let's see if they can do the same here. And these Cougars hanging around despite all the troubles they've had this first half. Turnovers, missed shots, missed opportunities. They're going to call a foul here. That one's going to be on Jesus Ortiz. That's going to be the 6th of the half. And here's a 3, Ryan Young on the inbound. And here's a rebound by Brady Harris. He goes up with it. He gets fouled. The senior post, Brady Harris, going to the line. Nathaniel Rodriguez sits down for Santa Maria. In comes the freshman, Christopher Ibarra. As Brady Harris at the line, shooting. Harris did make the basket. That was a chance at a 3-point play. So it's a 6-point game. Harris misses the free throw. but on the rebound, it was lost out of bounds. And there's a turnover on Normangee now. Still a 6-point game. Pass up ahead to Castellanos. Coming up on a minute to play. And there's a three by Cantu. He misses everything. Coming back the other way is Normangee, trying to add to their 6-point lead. They're trying to go inside for Harris, and they threw it away. Harris just couldn't get to the pass. Was just out of reach of his fingertips. So Santa Maria still with a chance to cut into this lead before the half. Here's Morales to the hole, lost it, but there's Castellanos to put it back. And we have a whistle on the floor. And we have an offensive foul. And that's going to go against Luke Yellett. And with 30 seconds to play here in the first half, Santa Maria trails by 4 with the ball back after that foul. Here's Diaz, dishes out to Castellanos. And there's a three from Andrew Morales. And the Cougars within 1, despite all that, despite all the struggles, the Cougars still on the doorstep. And there's another turnover by Normangee. And here's the Cougars. 2 seconds to go. Pull up from Ortiz, mid-court. And the Cougars, who had 1 field goal in the first half, turnovers galore, trail Normangee by just 1 at the half. The Cougars got to feel good about the way they go into the break, trailing just 1 despite all they've been through. We're at the half here at this Class 2A Region 4 semifinal between the Normangee Panthers and the Santa Maria Cougars. Let's take a quick break. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live, and we'll be back.
Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Stop by today and enjoy the food at the La Feria Cafe. Great food made to order, handmade tortillas daily, breakfast, lunch, and Friday stop in for supper. The La Feria Cafe, open 7 days a week off of Business 83 in La Feria, Texas.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering. Located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
This game is brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Rio Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Palmview, Alton, West Laco, and Pharr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Here we are at the half, about 6.5 to go before the third quarter, with Normangee leading Santa Maria 17-16. The Cougars really struggling in that first half. What a half for them to forget. But despite all that, trailing just 17-16. The Cougars with just one field goal in the first 8 minutes and just couldn't find the rhythm until the last couple of minutes of the second quarter. With a late three by Andrew Morales made it a 1-point game. Leading the way, Giovanni Diaz with 5 points. Morales with 5 points as well. Bernie Castellanos trailing with 4 for the Cougars. Over for Normangee, Jones leads the way with 3 points. Harris, underneath, he's got 4 points, followed by Jones with 3. And Luke Yellett underneath also with 4 points for the Normangee Panthers. Just want to remind everybody to go and follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you do your social media, look up Real Sports Live. And also want to remind everybody the winner of this game, Normangee and Santa Maria, will play tomorrow afternoon against San Saba, which broke Weimer's heart on a buzzer beater earlier today. Speaking of earlier today, we were pulling double duty with Los Fresnos and Brandeis over in San Antonio at the Littleton Gymnasium, where the Falcons saw their season end, falling to Brandeis. So you can look that one up online as well if you missed that one and you're tuning in here. We also had Sharyland Pioneers game. And we had softball all day, so a lot of goodies there on our social media pages and YouTube. And go check it out. That's Real Sports Live. But we're inside of 4 minutes to go here before the start of the third quarter. Low-scoring game. Normangee leading 17-16. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live coming to you from San Marcos at the Region 4 Class 2A tournament. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with the start of the third quarter.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford. What is Truck Month? It's when all the trucks are discounted the most because Hacienda Ford knows whether you're hauling tools to the job site, hauling the kids to practice, or simply hauling ass. Hacienda Ford has the truck for you. With over 300 Ford trucks in stock, you can quit dreaming about the Ford truck you've always wanted and wake up and drive it. Hacienda Ford Truck Month. Hacienda has it.
Hola, les habla su amigo Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias, su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
Stop by today and enjoy the food at the La Feria Cafe. Great food made to order, handmade tortillas daily, breakfast, lunch, and Friday stop in for supper. The La Feria Cafe, open 7 days a week off of Business 83 in La Feria, Texas.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering. Located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to San Marcos High School for the Class 2A Region 4 tournament between the Santa Maria Cougars and Normangee Panthers. The Panthers leading 17-16 over Santa Maria, who had just a subpar first half with their struggles from the field. But despite all that, for those Cougars, they're trailing by just one. As mentioned, the Cougars trailing in the postseason for the second time this week against Port Aransas. Trailed early on by 9, have trailed by as many as 8 here in the first half. But nonetheless, Cougars knocking on the door. But the Cougars going to inbound. Cougars going to inbound. And here's Diaz. Diaz, he's going to drive, goes hard to the basket, banks it in. And the Cougars, just like that, have taken the lead. And Diaz picking up where he left off. Just a little slow to start today. Scored 10 points in the win against Port Aransas on Tuesday. And there's a wide open Brady Harris to the rack. Gives Normangee back the lead, 19-18. Harris has had a good game inside. He has 6 points for the Panthers to lead the way. And that's what Rodriguez looking for somewhere to go with it. Gets to Ortiz. Ortiz loses it. Gets pickpocketed by Denton Young. Young coming back the other way, decides to dribble it back out. Throws it out to Jones. Panthers nearly lose it there. They're going to reset and give it back to Luke Yellett at the top of the key. Yellett tried to drive there. Hands it off to Denton Young. Denton Young stops from the free throw line with the jumper. Puts that in. Back-to-back buckets by the Panthers. Here's a three from Ortiz. In and out. Rebound Harris. And they're going to call a foul Looks like it's gonna be a push in the back, and that's gonna be the first foul of the half. It's gonna go on the Cougars, and that's against Rodriguez, who has 3 fouls already, and we have just begun the third quarter. Young gets it tipped, and Diaz steals it away. Pass up ahead to Morales. Morales is going to drive. He nearly gets it picked away, but gives it off to Castellanos, who's all by himself underneath. He puts it in. He's going to the line. Castellanos is going to go to the line for an and one opportunity and try to tie this game up, as Rodriguez goes to the bench for the Cougars, bringing in Christopher Ibarra, the freshman forward. Castellanos ties the game up. 21 all here, 5:48 to go in the third quarter. There's a drive and dish, and there's another bucket in the paint from Normangee. Harris again. Diaz dishes to Ibarra. Ibarra, corner three, misses out the front of the iron. Rebound, Jones. Normangee coming back the other way. Jones gets in the lane. He loses it. There's the outlet pass to Ortiz. Ortiz gives it to a trailing Diaz. Diaz a little too hard. Misses, coming back the other way. Here's Jones. Has one to beat. Dishes it underneath to Brandon Brooks. Brooks easily lays it in. Timeout, Santa Maria. As Normangee takes a 25-21 lead. Timeout on the floor. Let's take a break. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live.
Brought to you in part by the Concession Stand in Santa Rosa, a locally owned business providing a terrific atmosphere before or after the games and supporting athletes of all ages. When you're in Santa Rosa, be sure to stop by the Concession Stand and choose from the wide assortment of goodies. An advertising partner with Real Sports Live is the Concession Stand.
And we're back. And here's Ibarra with the answer. (25-23), Normangee leads. Jones gets it to Brooks. Brooks puts it up, gets his own rebound, puts it back in. Normangee's found a little bit of an offensive rhythm coming out of the break. Diaz dishes. Ortiz passes back to the top of the key to Castellanos. Castellanos, he's going to drive. He tries to scoop it up and in, loses it. Gets it out to Diaz, who sinks a tray. Santa Maria cuts the lead to 1. Here's a steal by Castellanos. Goes to the ground, out of bounds. On the Cougars, Castellanos nearly came up with that steal. As the freshman Ibarra goes to the bench, and Salvador Lozoya comes in for the Cougars. Harris nearly uses it. Denton Young comes up with it and passes out to Isaiah Jones on the perimeter. Jones drives, gets in the lane, stops, pulls up, gets the bounce, gets the foul, and he's going to the line for a chance at an and one. Isaiah Jones, the 6'3", a sophomore. Not going to get the free throw there on the violation. So it stays 29-26. Coming up on 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Diaz is double team. Here's Morales, straight ahead three. Misses everything. Out of bounds. Ball going over to Normangee. As Jones inbounds to Denton Young. Denton Young bringing the ball up. We're inside of 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Young gets it to Jones. Jones splits the defenders with the hop, with the bucket. And Jones having himself a good third quarter. Timeout. We have an injury timeout. Let's take a quick break. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live.
Internet is more than just uploads and downloads. It's about connecting people. VTX1 Companies is here for you, bringing communities closer together. VTX1 has connected customers for almost 70 years. Our internet service spans across South Texas to some of the most remote areas. Faster wireless service is now available in Pondview, Alton, West Laco, and Farr. Call 1-800-446-2031 or visit vtx1.net to find out more.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete, located at 20880 Parker Road in Santa Rosa. Sponsoring tonight's game is Diamond 8 Concrete.
Music lovers, you have to stop and see the assortment of records, tapes, and records memorabilia at Forever Memories today. Located at 237 North Sam Houston in San Benito, Texas, there's over 10,000 records on display and more coming every day. Looking for your favorite album from the past, first pressings, collectibles? How about a 45 with a single you just have to have? Freddie Fender, Johnny Cash, Hank Williams, Elvis, Beatles, blues, rock, classics, Tejano, it's all here. Organized and priced for you. Forever Memories, 237 North Sam Houston, San Benito.
And we're back. It was an injury timeout. It looked like that was Giovanni Diaz who left the court. So the Cougars are going to have to brave the rest of this without him, it looks like. But Yellett puts Normangee up 33-26. Diaz has left the floor. We'll see if he returns. With Santa Maria trailing by 7. Castellanos with the three, puts that one in. Big shot for the Cougars. Bernie Castellanos coming off a big game on Tuesday. He also had double digits. Looks like there's going to be a foul on Normangee, and we're going to go back the other way. Here's Morales. Morales going to get fouled. They're going to call Brady Harris, it looks like, on the foul. And Harris has 3. And that's going to be, no, that's 4 on Harris. And Harris is going to sit down. That's going to be something to monitor, as Harris has played well underneath. So he'll sit down. Ryan Young is going to come in. And that was Lozoya with a pump fake. Got Jones to jump, but drove and got it picked away anyway. And he gets called for the foul. And he's going to sit down, bringing Rodriguez back in. 33-29. About a minute 10 left here in the third quarter. And there's a steal. Coming back the other way, Castellanos. Nobody in front of him. Puts in the layup. And Santa Maria hanging around. We're inside of a minute to go. 33-31. And there's Jones easily to the bucket. He's had quite the game, especially here in the third quarter. Castellanos, he sinks a tray. And the Cougars just not going away. When things aren't tilting in their favor, it looks like it's not their night. Things like that happen. Coming the other way is Rodriguez. He loses it. There's going to be a foul call on Santa Maria coming back up the court. They're going to call it on Andrew Morales, his first. It's going to be the fourth of the half for the Cougars. 3 seconds left. In the corner, Ryan Young sings it at the buzzer. And Normangee going to end the third quarter in a big way. Now leads 38-34 over Santa Maria after a Ryan Young triple in the corner. Let's take a quick break and we'll be back with the fourth quarter. Normangee leading 38-34. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live. And we're back at San Marcos with the start of the fourth quarter in this Class 2A Region 4 semifinal game between the Santa Maria Cougars and the Normangee Panthers. Panthers leading 38-34. Looks like everything has gone wrong for Santa Maria, but the Cougars just keep hanging around. Timely shots, steals, whatever it takes. But Normangee, just despite a big quarter, just unable to pull away. So inbound here, Luke Yellett. And the referee blows the whistle. Look towards the Normangee crowd, but we're going to reset here with an inbound on the sideline. Young, deep two, sinks the long jumper. Normangee leads 40-34 over Santa Maria. Rodriguez saves it. There's Castellanos. Castellanos gets it, goes up and under. Cougars looking to get a stop just to try to string some sort of momentum together. Aside from the run at the end of the first half, the Cougars, not much going on tonight offensively, but still hanging around. They go inside to Jones. Jones with the runner, puts that one in. Normangee back up by 6. And there's a runner by Matthew Cantu with the answer. And Santa Maria just continuing to stay on the tails of these Normangee Panthers. Referee's going to call a kick ball there on Cantu. Denton Young going to inbound for the Panthers. Luke Yellett at the top of the key. Stops, pulls up for three. Too hard off the back of the rim. Rebound Castellanos. Throws up ahead to Morales. Morales, he's going to drive on Jones. Dishes it in the corner to Cantu. Gives it to Ortiz. And here's Morales. He shoots his corner three. In and out. Rebound Jones. Coming up on 6 minutes to go here in the game. Normangee nursing a 42-38 lead. Brooks drove and he gets called. He gets fouled. They're going to call that on Morales. That's his second, the 6th of the half for the Cougars. As Jones stops, pulls up, and scores. What a game Jones is having. Ortiz gets in the lane, goes to the hole, and he gets the layup. Santa Maria with yet another answer as the lead just floundering at 4 for Normangee. Timeout on the floor as Normangee coach Clayton Todd wants to talk it over a little bit. 5:14 to go in the third quarter. Let's take a break. I'm Mark Molina. This is Real Sports Live.
It's Truck Month at Hacienda Ford. What is Truck Month? It's when all the trucks are discounted the most, because Hacienda Ford knows whether you're hauling tools to the job site, hauling the kids to practice, or simply hauling ass. Hacienda Ford has the truck for you. With over 300 Ford trucks in stock, you can quit dreaming about the Ford truck you've always wanted and wake up and drive it. Hacienda Ford Truck Month. Hacienda has it.
And we're back here in San Marcos, at San Marcos High School for the Class 2A Region 4 semifinal. Normangee leading Santa Maria 44-40, 5:14 to go. The Cougars have had their troubles from the field tonight, but they have stayed on the heels of Normangee and trail by only 4. But the Panthers have looked good in this second half. And here's Young. He gets in the lane, dumps it off to Harris, and Harris has another easy bucket underneath. Harris has been a force inside, moving around pretty well without the ball. Ortiz drives, pass out to Morales. Long three from the perimeter, missed. Rebound Normangee. Young nearly loses it, gives it off to Jones. They're going to call Jones for the push-off there. There's an offensive foul as he tried to drive and throws up his forearm. Ball's going to come the other way. 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Normangee leading 46-40. Santa Maria with the ball. Ibarra looking for somewhere to go with it. They try to get it to Castellanos. They got tipped to the backcourt. Castellanos comes up with it. Castellanos bounce past Morales in the corner, and he sinks the corner three. They pass up ahead to Harris, and Ibarra gets the ball, and coming back the other way, Santa Maria. Here's Cantu. Gives to Ortiz. Ortiz dribbles the baseline. Reverse layup, miss. Rebound Jones. Jones almost loses it. Gets control of it. Comes back the other way. Splits the defender. He goes in hard, and he's fouled hard, and he takes quite the spill, but he pops right back up. Jones attacked the rim hard there. And came down over a ducking defender. Took a hard spill, but looks like he's all right. And we're going to have a timeout by Santa Maria. 3:34 to go here in the game. Santa Maria trailing Normangee 46-43. Let's take a quick break. This is Real Sports Live.
Benjamín Gómez, el alcalde de San Benito, invitando a toda la gente que venga a visitarnos aquí a San Benito. Crucen por el puente Los Indios, más bien conocido como el puente de Lucio Blanco. Visítenos a las atracciones que tenemos aquí en San Benito. Aquí los esperamos. Muchas gracias. Su amigo Benjamín Gómez.
And we're back at San Marcos High School. I'm Mark Molina on the call. This is Real Sports Live, bringing you coverage of the Class 2A Region 4 semifinals between the Santa Maria Cougars and the Normangee Panthers. The winner going to take on San Saba tomorrow afternoon for the regional championship. 3:34 to go in this one, however. Isaiah Jones at the line, shooting 2 for the Panthers. Gets the roll on the first one. Just want to remind everybody to go follow us on our social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're on YouTube. Wherever you do your social media, that's Real Sports Live. As Jones planks the other one. And there's a 3 by Morales. He's got a couple tonight. As he regained possession of that one, nearly lost it out of bounds, but he's able to turn around and sink it, and these Cougars just hanging around. Despite all that's happened to them. Bad shooting, turnovers, and even an injury. These Cougars trail by just 1. Jones stops, pulls up, jumper, sinks it. And Santa Maria has had no answers for Isaiah Jones. We're inside of 3 minutes. Bernie Castellanos gives it to Ibarra. Morales shoots another long 3. Nearly got that one to go. Jones gets the rebound. Jones nearly loses it. Yellett passes up ahead to Young. Young gives it to Jones. Jones gives it to a trailing Brooks. Brooks misses. Harris gets blocked, and he goes back up with it, and he gets fouled. Harris is going to go to the line. And they're going to call that on Ibarra. That's his 3rd foul, the 8th overall. Is Harris at the line shooting 2. Makes the first one, makes it a 4-point game once again. Harris knocks them both down, and we got a timeout. Normangee leading 51-46, 2 minutes, 11 seconds to go. Timeout on the floor. This is Mark Molina, and this is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
Stop by today and enjoy the food at the La Feria Cafe. Great food made to order, handmade tortillas daily, breakfast, lunch, and Friday stop in for supper. The La Feria Cafe, open 7 days a week off of Business 83 in La Feria, Texas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here from San Marcos. 2:11 to go here in this Class 2A Region 4 semifinal game between Santa Maria and Normangee. The Panthers leading the Cougars 51-46. And here we go. Ortiz, cross court, tried to get it to Morales. Can't get it there. Normangee picks up the turnover. Inside of 2 minutes to play. Normangee with a 6-point lead. A 5-point lead, excuse me. Trying to. And there's a foul drawn. That's the 9th foul on Santa Maria. That foul's going to go against Cantu, and we're going to have another timeout on the floor by Santa Maria. .140 to go. And we are going to take a quick break with the timeout on the floor. Normangee leading 51-46. This is Real Sports Live. We'll be back.
At First Community Bank, we believe in small business.
When Jennifer and Jimmy Wilson started Wild August Nursery and Flower Farm, they found Ricky Leal at First Community Bank had the financing to help them grow.
Make FCB your bank.
Sponsoring tonight's game is Kansai Engineering. Located at 1117 Stewart Place Road in Harlingen. Thank you, Kansai Engineering, for sponsoring tonight's game.
We're back at San Marcos. With Normangee leading Santa Maria 51-46. Trying to add to their lead with Denton Young, junior guard, at the line. Shooting one. Referee's going to call lane violation on Normangee. So a break there for the Cougars, as that foul wasn't costly. .140 to go. Morales drives, goes to the hole, tries to bank it in, too hard. Rebound Harris. Yelly gets it to Jones, who's had a big second half. Denton Young and Normangee passing it around, trying to salt away some time here. And they're going to call a travel on Normangee. Ball's going to go over to Santa Maria with a little over a minute left. With a 5-point game. And the Cougars trying to make something happen. Minute to play. Ibarra, he's going to drive, goes in, shoots over Jones, he gets blocked, but they're going to call a foul. They're going to call a foul, and Ibarra's going to go to the line, shooting two. And the Normangee crowd not liking that one, as Ibarra misses the first. That's a big miss from the freshman forward. And Ibarra in and out, doesn't get that one. Castellanos battled Jones for it, loses it out of bounds. It's going to be Normangee ball. We have a foul on Santa Maria. That's their 10th of the. That's Santa Maria's 10th of the half. And Normangee enters the double bonus, and they'll be shooting free throws from here on out as Luke Yellett goes to the line with 45 seconds to play. And there's a miss. Misses the first one. It's still a 5-point game. Misses them both, but gets his own rebound and loses it out of bounds. Normangee has had plenty of chances throughout this game to really shut the door, but Santa Maria just floundering with very little life, but still life left. Ortiz dribbles, passes out to Morales for three. Miss. Jones with the rebound, and Jones is going to get fouled, and he's going to go to the line. And that just might do it. As Jones makes it a 6-point game with that free throw. What a second half Jones has had for Normangee. Misses that one. Still a 2-possession game. Cougars going to try to work quick. Here's a three from Ibarra. Misses. Ortiz tried to save it, loses it out of bounds. And it looks like that is finally going to be it. Normangee left the door open for Santa Maria a lot of this game. But Santa Maria just could not get their foot in the door. And it looks like their season is 18 seconds away from possibly ending. A 2-possession game, Normangee ball. And Santa Maria talking it over. But these Cougars came out, they struggled, hit one field goal in the first quarter. Really only put one run together, and that was at the end of the second quarter to make it a 1-point game. Other than that, has trailed throughout. I think only led the beginning part of the third quarter and the second half momentarily as they traded buckets with Normangee. But the Panthers pulled ahead for good. Couldn't get the cushion they quite needed to really put the game away a lot earlier, but have somehow put it away now. 18 seconds to go. Santa Maria has no choice but to foul. But the Cougars have hung in throughout the night. Just couldn't put the ball in the basket. Just couldn't come up with enough stops, and they just could not take care of the ball. And that has ultimately made the difference for the Cougars. As Denson Young going to the line, makes it a 7-point game, 53-46. Misses that one off the front of the rim. Santa Maria coming back the other way. Here's a three by Cantu, misses everything. Jones gets the rebound, gets fouled. And he'll go to the line with 7 seconds to play. Cougars just never found their offensive rhythm like they had Tuesday night against Port Aransas. Played good enough defense in spurts tonight. Just couldn't do enough. And here's a pull-up three by Ortiz. Ortiz puts that one in. But it's going to be for naught as Santa Maria falls to Normangee 55-49. And a game the Cougars hung around in as Normangee left the door open, but the Cougars just could not put enough points on the board as they fall short in their return trip to the regional tournament, their first trip back to the regional tournament since 2013-14, and their season's going to end at the hands of Normangee, who will move on tomorrow for the Region 4 Class 2A final against San Saba. For Real Sports Live, I'm Mark Molina. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.